Room, the only way to start your day.
What it is that you have to tell us this morning as we continue these conversations with Frederick Kaunda and Sophie Njaya. We're having a conversation today about our security and whether we are safe. That there are too many incidents. Are they isolated or are they connected? Is it a mindset or is it an action on the spot? Where you should feel the safest with police today, do you feel that way? There have been too many deaths in the last 1 month. There have been too many actions that would point in the opposite direction. But it could be 4 friends around a table this morning in the Situation Room having a conversation amongst themselves, or it could actually mirror the feeling that people have out there. We're going to ask you to speak to us this morning about what it is that you feel. In a few minutes, we're going to put our poll up on socials as well to hear from you. Are we safe? That's the question that we're asking this morning. Call lines are 0732-142-650 or 0732-142-651. We'll hear from you this morning and we'll continue the conversation amongst ourselves here because we're asking the question, are we in our security? Are we safe? Do you feel safe? And I thought about that somebody who walks into a police station and says, I have this and this problem, or makes a call, that do you do that from a place that you want to make sure that things are okay, or do you feel safe in the hands of this person that you're speaking to? But these things, in my opinion, don't happen in isolation. That a police officer acting in a certain way is part of a system. It's part of a system from which at the top is required that you do 1, 2, 3, is required that you act in a certain way. You can't run away from it because it is systemic. And until you break down that system, you are not going to have the answers that you are looking for. We're taking your calls this morning. I'm going to remind you of that number. It's 0732-142-650 or 0732-142-651. Calls are coming in hot already. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
What's your name, please, and where are you calling in from?
My name is Shua. I'm calling from Lugare, Mautuma.
Okay, I'm going to need you to turn down the volume on your radio, sir.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
Yes, that's much better. Talk to us.
Okay. For my part, we are not safe in this country.
Why?
Huh?
Yes, why?
Unless you kick out this regime, the same regime is contributing to security in this country. The police will never change. It is rotten from the up to down.
From the top to the bottom.
Unless we take out the regime, nothing will change. That's my view.
Thank you very much for that call this morning. We're taking more of them. 0732-142-650 or 0732-142-651. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Fine, Madam Du.
Please tell us your name and where you're calling in from, sir.
I'm Mohammed calling from 002.
Yes, Mohammed.
Nitaongea Kiswahili. Madam, hatuko salama
kwa nini?
Mimi binafsi ni mhudumu nafanya dereva kama dereva matatu. Ni juzi tu nimeenda, niko na uniform zangu, nimetia kwa mfuko na report ili Jumatatu ni ripoti kwa kazi. Nikashikwa na polisi. Nikamwelezea kwamba mimi nimekuja kuripoti Jumatatu na ripoti kazi. Anasema kwani utaenda zungumza mbele. Nitaenda zungumza mbele, kuna shida gani kama utaenda zungumza mbele? Nikalazwa ndani asubuhi ya pili.
Juu ya nini?
Nikalazwa polisi. Nilishikwa tu hivi nasubiri nimesimama nasubiri tuktuk. Ndio niende nyumbani Jumatatu nirauke gari. Nikashikwa na polisi, nikauliza kuna nini, nasema utaenda zungumza mbele. Kuna nini ambapo utaenda zungumza mbele? Itabidi wanichukue nikaenda ndani kweli.
Hala.
Asubuhi ya pili nikajatolewa na nani, kwa sababu nilipiga simu kwa jamaa zangu, nikajatolewa asubuhi kabla sijapelekwa kotini. 1500 zile zikaenda bure bila sababu. Sasa hebu niambie, tuko salama kweli kwa nani kwa nani wa kariwetu.
Muhimu, swali ya muhimu. Okay. Asante sana for your call. Asante sana leo.
Hatuko salama.
Hatuko salama.
Hatuko salama. Hivi sasa nalipa deni 1000. Na tayari ni ngumu vile ilivyo sasa hivi. Watoto wanataka kwenda shule, kula kwenye ndiko huko. Hivi imagine. Hatuko salama.
Gumu kuimagine, for sure. Asante sana leo asubuhi. We're taking more calls this morning. You can hear it already. We're going east and west. We've been east-west so far. Let's keep going. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning too.
How are you doing?
Good.
Please tell...
Naisha.
Sorry?
Naitwa Mwanaisha.
Naisha.
Nataka Kakamega County.
Kakamega?
Yes,
Okay.
nataka kuchangia.
Tafadhali endelea.
Hii mambo ya usalama, kama wananchi wako kwa mkono ya polisi hawako salama. Hello?
Yes, nakusikia, endelea.
Manake, kama ni usalama inafaa ianze na president mwenyewe, ipote na waziri. President, the head of state, inafaa atoe comment ya kusema serikali, askari yoyote, akienda kufika mwananchi, lazima ajieleze yeye ni nani, na ajionyeshe yeye ni askari polisi anatoka fulani. Ili mwananchi akienda kwenye kituo, at least familia yake itajua mwananchi wetu wa salama, anaweza enda kuangaliwa na asaidiwe na mashtaka yake, ishwe ripotini. Lakini tukisema tu usalama kwa wananchi kutoka kwa polisi, haiwezekani.
Hakuna.
Hapa hakuna hata kidogo.
Nakusikia Naisha.
Hata maskari tena, maskari wenyewe wakikushika, mtu anakuambia utanifanya nini? Sisi wenyewe ndio kila kitu.
Hivyo ndio unaulizwa? Okay. Naisha, asante sana kwa maoni yako leo asubuhi. Let's take some more calls this morning. We're getting them. Good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, let's take another one. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning. How are you? Please tell us your name and where you're calling in from.
My name is Arigo Jack.
Yes.
I'm in Nairobi.
Okay, please tell us what your thoughts. Are you safe?
Nobody is safe in this country.
Boy. Okay.
Nobody, literally.
Why do you say so?
We are after... Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Why do you say so, sir?
I'm right now at the stage market area, and that is why you are hearing a lot of noise.
No problem. Why do you say we are not safe?
Because the police we have is the kind of police that will pick you at any time. They don't need any reason to pick you. I have left it Kampung several times either. And right now I'm going to the City Hall.
You're going to where?
City Hall.
City Hall, okay.
Yes, I'm going to City Hall. They just this time it was not even the police. The issue taking me to City Hall right now is my motorbike.
Okay.
I put it on the stage. I have everything, but they have the impunity to just pick it and take it to City Hall. I believe me without the transport, I have to break it. I know they want to keep it without this.
Okay, let me clarify. You were at Kamkunji. You're making your way from Kamkunji to City Hall because your motorbike has been taken by officers and you're not quite sure why.
I'm not quite sure why, because when I went there, they told me to come back.
Okay. All right.
Now, my document, I'm headed there.
You've picked your documents.
Yes.
Be a good man and tell us when you get there what exactly you were told the reason for this was.
Oh, you're interested in what
I'm very, very interested because, I mean, for what reason? Exactly. And if you know where it is and somebody has told you to come, do tell us what happened with that. All right?
You know what? I'm an ardent listener to Spice FM.
Thank you, sir.
When you close at 10, I go to the BBC. I am always in radio. I'm informed. I'm a senior citizen.
Asante sana.
At 68, I know what I'm saying.
You're like my senior uncle. If you'll allow me now to take some calls from other people to hear what it is, as you go to do that, please do let us know what happened with that.
Thank you so much. I'll call you back. It depends if you tell me.
Asante sana.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
All right. So as Uncle goes to sort that out, let's figure out what was going on with that. Why would they would just take his vehicle? As we take some more calls from other people this morning. Hello. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
Well, we're okay. It's Ndu, Sophie, Kaunda, and Dennis this morning. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from, and let us know if you're safe.
Patrick.
Patrick, yes, Patrick.
Calling from Kiamba.
From Kiamba.
All I can see in our state, from the head, the police service, executive, legislator, it's only impunity that's ruling there.
Yeah.
Let me put it in Swahili. Nilikuwa nafanya kazi mahali fulani hapa hivi Runda. Then all of a sudden there was an offer, then a policeman comes stopping, then I was working as a guard, retail security officer. Then all of a sudden a police officer finds a note, light note that says, do not pick two, only pick one. Then as a guard, I'm working at my workplace, then I'm trying to insist on this note, but then everyone should only pick one piece.
Yeah.
The 5 liter one. Then this guy at the cash counter tells me, I'm going with 2 and there's nothing you can do about it. Then he gets out an ID, a job card, then gives it to me. You know who I am.
Who was
and
he?
I insist. Even I can't remember the name. So, I asked, these are the people who are supposed to protect us. Then they are the ones selling fear to us.
Sure.
Are we really safe?
What do you think, Patrick, in a yes or no? Do you feel safe?
Beg your pardon, please?
Do you feel safe, Patrick?
I don't feel safe. Because anytime I meet the police right now, I have to diverge or branch because...
You have to let go of something.
Maybe fortunately or unfortunately, but I will not call it unfortunately, because it's not of consciousness that they arrest him, having done nothing.
I hear you on that. Patrick, I'm going to ask you, so let me take some calls from some other folks this morning who'd like to hear their thoughts as well. Thank you for calling in this morning. Asante, have a good day as well. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
Morning. My name is Major Mweze Peter Sami. I want to put some points about the police problems.
Okay, Major. Where are you calling from, Major?
Ongata Rongai.
Ongata Rongai. All right.
Calling from Ongata Rongai.
Okay.
Problem with the police discipline. They are state capture. They are not given service and corruption. Mimi ni officer wa jeshi na kweli. Wakitaka kuja kuniua wakuja waniue tu. Hello?
Hello, yes, we can hear you, Major.
I am calling from Ongata Rongai in my house.
Yes.
I'm already tuned to the KTN na nataka kuongea mambo ya usalama. Mambo ya polisi wametufika chingo. I'm a military officer who was retired after serving for 35 years. Yeah.
I hear you, Major. And thank you for your contribution this morning. Asante. I mean, and that's the state of mind of a lot of people this morning. Thank you, Major. And we'll keep taking your calls. Asante, you want to let us know what folks on socials are saying?
First of all, someone is asking, are you safe? Do you feel safe yourself?
Me.
As you continue,
I'm under the rock.
The enemy can
never find me.
Yeah. Anyway, so Rocky must say, there is a question from Rafik. Now, say donated power should be withdrawn. Now we have Life and Cat says Frederick point out the core issues behind police brutality in Kenya is accountability. Addressing it is essential to uphold constitutional rights and the rule of law. Madly African, I was a victim of assault and at Kileleshwa police station. Officers were bribed by the perpetrator who assaulted me. They refused to follow up. The police have been weaponized. Eric Award, the constitution is actually very clear pertaining this matter. wherein it states explicitly that the police ought to operate with the utmost professionalism. Now, Devi, what that guy is saying happens to a lot of us. Unachukuliwa bila sababu. And Christina, I feel heartbroken for the man. Imagine taken to police just like this. It is sad. People are being charged an airport clearance fee of 3,000 shillings at JKIA, and funny thing, you are given an M-Pesa number to send to. Someone check JKIA. So that is Ephraim. So we also have Mtuflani as well. Job Mairo says, those don't apply in politics upper Kenya. And you are only safe and peaceful in the toilet. That's according to Ephraim. And this one says, Kasonga has realized Kenyans across the country and villages has rejected him. And we have a countrywide revolution against him. He is panicked and frustrated. Kenyans are done with Kasongo now and forever. That is Musema Ukweli. We also have Ephraim says, if a military officer will say is not safe, who are we to say we are safe?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Comments on those so far. We're hearing from different, and that's why we ask where you're calling from, because it's interesting for us to hear from Lugari to Kiambaa to Kakamega to Nairobi to Ongata Rongai, and more of those, of course, coming in. It's east and west to County 002, which is the Kwale County, right? So we're asking ourselves, this is snapshots from across.
Kenyans have spoken. It's not a conversation amongst the four of us here. It's the general feeling of the ground that Kenyans have lost trust in the security department of this nation. But then again, did you see that video on social media of a policeman in full police uniform staggering, crazy drunk in full police uniform? And that shows that our policemen, aside from allowing themselves to be used by the state, it is a matter of their mental wellness. They're not okay.
Indeed.
They are heavily overworked, heavily underpaid. They are living in poor conditions in their police posts, in their police stations. They don't have water. They're living in very bad material conditions, and then they will peg their, because all the trauma, having been on the streets, it's a traumatic experience. So you being a participant in that trauma, I think it also does something to you.
To you, it must.
Yeah, because you cannot kill and expect that your conscience will just allow you to live on like life is normal. So there's even this police OCS who was in one of the meetings Murkomen was holding last year, and he was crazy drunk.
Yeah, I remember.
So if we're having conversations about police reforms, then it should move even to checking and knowing that policemen are human beings. So they need to be taken care of in terms of their mental wellness. They need to be given breaks. They need to be allowed to live in good, dignified areas. They need to be paid well. And CJ Emeritus Maraga did a report on police reforms that has never been taken into account up until today, 3 years down the line. So I think that could be a good place to start with if we're talking about police reforms. And it's to also tell the police, just know one day your children will be in those crowds. One day. Because we know those whose fathers are policemen, they are heavily terrorized by their police parents. So they do not support what their parents do.
They're actually doing.
So they could have their children in those crowds, in those streets, when you're shooting, when you're beating. You could be beating your own child. So they need to also be careful.
Indeed. Let's take a few more calls. We'll come back to you, Kaunda, of course, to then get your comments on this. But our number is 0732 142 650 0732 142 651. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Please tell us your name and where you're calling in from, and maybe move away from the noise a little bit.
Yes, I am calling from Nairobi.
Yes. What's your name, please?
My name Alice.
Yes, Alice.
My name. Yes, and I just want to, talk about whether we are safe or not in our country.
Yeah.
Now, my son was arrested on Saturday in Pagani.
This past Saturday?
Saturday, this past Saturday,
Okay.
Pagani at night with his friends. They were driving, and they were arrested that they are drunk driving, and then they were taken to the police, Pagani police station. And then when they were taken to Pagani police station, okay, my son refused to get into the car to put the car in the police station. So they towed it. Actually, they broke the car's bumper and everything. Then they were put in the cell for the whole night. They were not booked in the OB, and they were there the whole night. So the following day now, when we were looking for them, the car is there at the police station. You go and ask them, they are not there, so you don't know where they are.
They told you they were not there, Alice?
Okay, fine. Now, they were there. They were booked. They slept there the whole night.
Okay.
Then in the morning, they were released in the morning.
Okay.
After being asked 5,000 each, there were 5 guys.
Okay.
But there was nothing in the OB. They were not booked. So when we had gone to check on the OB, there was nothing. There's no booking of the 5 guys, but they were told they were released in the morning.
Okay.
So I don't think we are safe, because imagine if anything happens there is no OB.
There's no trace.
Where would you get them?
No record.
There is no record.
I hear you. So, I mean, just from that experience, you come to the fact that, it could be Alice, your son, on a Saturday night, or somebody on a Wednesday evening, but you're never sure of your safety.
Yeah, you're never safe. You're not at all.
This is interesting.
You're not at all. And now they don't even know where to claim, because the car was the bumper was
destroyed
by the towing car. So they don't know where to claim, because there is no record in the police station.
Alice, I hear you, and thank you for calling in this morning and sharing that. Of course, contributes to the conversation, and we're not keeping quiet about these things. Asante Sana. We're taking more calls this morning.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. My name is Samora Nyakoyo. I'm calling from Nairobi.
Yes, Samora, good morning.
Morning to you. Are we safe? No, we're not safe. I mean, we woke up to a headline that someone walked into the CS of Interior's office, sat there for 5 hours, and walked out. That should be one of the most safest places in this country and can be accessed easily.
One would imagine.
It clearly shows you there's a serious lapse in the security forces. I personally think this is something that is very systematic. It is something that originates from the training that these police officers get. But even beyond that, once these guys are enrolled to the force, what is their welfare looking like? How do they live their lives? Because for someone to be able to provide you services that you require, you need to have people who are stable mentally, people who at least they get the bare minimum comfort that is needed for someone who's working in that kind of environment.
Indeed.
The government has completely failed to ensure the welfare of the police of this country are taken care of. That, for me, is the greatest problem that we face. It is something that will keep us spiraling, and will get to a point where the police force or the police service will no longer be serving any person, be you a civilian, be you a politician, be you anyone in any particular office, because their welfare is completely deteriorating day after day. Thank you.
Samora, thank you for your call this morning. I mean, some stark realities there, isn't it? Thank you so much. Let's hear from some others. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning.
Good morning. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Poni KTN.
Yes.
Mimi naitwa Mteni.
Muteni.
Pia napika kutoka Kibira.
Yes.
Yangu ya kuchangia ninasema hatuko safe.
Kwa nini?
Kwa sababu ile kitu inafanywa tukue hatuko safe ni kuchea na polisi, unamwambia hapa pako na hii na hii. Alafu ukimwambia yeye anaenda anaokota pesa na nabaki tena na kusariti, anasema yule mtu ameniambia ni mtu yenu hapa. Unaona hatuko safe kwa sababu yeye ameenda na anajua kumbe yeye anakujanga kuokota pesa. Kama unamwambia hii ni bangi inauzwa hapa, unaona anaenda anakuja na ngari tofauti, anakuja anaokota pesa. Wewe unabaki ukiwa uyuko salama na ile watu, waambia hao ndio wanauza hiyo bangi. Imekuwa ni soko, wewe kwako ni hatari. Ndio nasema hatuko safe kwa sababu hao polisi wanakula na ile watu wambaya, wanahangaisha watu. Asante sana.
Asante sana. We'll take a couple more calls when it comes to Kaunda and then asking questions. As I'm seeing some questions coming in and people focusing, how did we get here where it's so bad? We'll take a couple more and we'll come back and we'll open that up just a little bit. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Madam. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
This is Christian.
Christian?
Yes, I used to call you from Qatar. Anyway.
Are you in Nairobi now?
Yes, I'm in Nairobi.
Okay. All right, at the moment.
So, yes, I don't think we are safe as Kenyans, but it's our own fault.
It's our fault? It's Kenyans' fault? Okay, how so? Okay, I think Christian dropped off. We'll see if we can get that back. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
Morning. I'm Mr. Mohammed Abdibile from Tana River.
Yes, Mohammed. How is Tana River this morning?
We are not safe.
Okay.
I can say we are not safe because the government is paying low money. I mean, the wages the police paid is very low, so they have the right to take a bribe. Because
if they were being paid well, we wouldn't bribe.
Yes.
Okay. Mohammed Abdi, thank you for calling in this morning. Okay, more calls. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, another one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please tell us your name and where you're calling in from.
My name is Philip. I'm calling from Kakamega.
Yes, Philip. What are your thoughts this morning?
We are not safe. In Kenya, we are not safe.
Why do you say so?
Can you imagine a country whereby the president is telling the police to shoot the citizen? Then you have a CS who also gave us such orders. And as I'm talking to you right now, we'll be burying two of my cousins at Kakamega. They were shot harvesting sand in a river.
They were shot while harvesting sand?
Yes.
Shot by whom?
By the police, the Kenya Forest Service police. So we have tried to complain that the whole thing is just like the police have the powers to kill and no one is to ask any question. So we are not safe. We are not safe in our own country.
I hear you, Philip, and poleni sana on that. Even as you bury your two, may they rest in peace. We continue to contribute to this conversation. Thank you for calling in this morning. So, Kaunda, let's hear from you. How did we get here? So we've got people protesting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We've got a mother who, as of yesterday, has got to bury her 5-year-old. We've got a mother who buried a 12-year-old last year and said that child will forever be 12. We have today a gentleman who's in Kakamega. They're going to bury 2 family members because they were shot while harvesting in a sandbank. I mean, Albert Otrang died mercilessly in a cell last year. Rex Masai shot in the leg. A gentleman, Boniface, shot in the middle of the city during a riot, which he was not even part of, as though that was a reason. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. How do we get here, really, whereby it was supposed to be... And not that it's an excuse, but then the other day I watched a horrifically violent video of a police officer in the US, again, stepping on the neck of a woman who was asking a simple question: why are you arresting me? And so we come back and we're asking the same question. How do we get here where things are so deconstructed in the sense that they've almost gone to nothing systemically?
It gets back from way back. It's not something that started yesterday. And the best way we're supposed to discuss on this matter is now, what are you going to do forward in ensuring that we have enacted change towards our society? We are supposed to first consider that out of 4 out of 10 of Kenyans, they face police brutality, or rather they endure police force, whether it's through corruption, whether it's through extrajudicial killings, whether it's through a lot of ways. And now urging my fellow young people of this country and everyone in this nation to be conversant with their rights. If a police harasses you, it is your constitutional right for freedom from torture, and you can fight, you can petition that case in court and get compensation on the same. So first of all, Kenyans, the way a Christian is conversant with the Bible, we as the Kenyans, what makes us understand that we are Kenyans is our constitution. We are supposed to be conversant with it so that when you're fighting for this justice, we fight it from a point of knowledge, from a point of information. And currently we are seeing, I was aware about the Kakamega, the two people who died in Kakamega.
Right.
And that was an issue that was raised on my end. And it is so unfortunate that you can't get justice in any police station. It's very, very rare to get justice. So what are they forcing us to do? Currently, we have a national outspread team that is fighting for justice. If we are going to fight it through protest, we are going to go to the streets and question for accountability and petition those cases in court, because no one is standing with these families. Even when you look at Mukuru kwa Njenga, the protest against demolition that led to some death. I'm asking, who's talking on behalf of the deceased? Because these families have been raised in a position where they can't fight for their justice. They don't feel like they can even go to a station and say, bana nimekuja kupeana kesi ya mtoto wangu aliuliwa. So it is upon us to fight for them, and that's why I said in the first sentiment that this journey has started, and we as the young people, when we're united, we become stronger.
Absolutely.
We become stronger.
Methinks we didn't even get here. We've always been here.
Yes.
True.
You know, we've always been here, because you have to go back and look at the curriculum. Any recruit who gets into police, what's the one thing that they are usually told? Tutakupiga kutoa uraia ndani yako.
Yes.
So an officer gets in there, and by the time they're graduating, they don't see themselves, they don't regard themselves as citizens, as they look at themselves as being higher or superior than kawaida mwananchi. We have always been there. What happens? You report to a police officer. Remember that police officer who shot a judge in court, Miss Kibuti, may she rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know, it is the same story that we continue to see every other day. Until we fix that curriculum and stop thinking like the oppressor, like the colonialists, we will never get out of
colonialist, oppressor is interchangeable. All right. Let's take some calls. I mean, and on that, right on the money, let's take some more calls coming in this morning. We want an opportunity to then be able to hear from you. 0732-142-650, 0732-142-652. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Please tell us your name and where you're calling in from.
I'm calling from Nairobi.
Yes, sir. What's your name?
My name is Ganze.
Ganze, yes. What are your thoughts? Are we safe?
Unajua hatuwezi kuwa safe. Unaona? Manake kama hawa danseri. Unanishika?
Nakushika kabisa.
Kama hawa danseri, unajua mimi ni mtu wa Uber. Mimi mtu wa Uber. Sasa unaona mimi sijafanya job tangu asubuhi.
Kwa nini?
Labda nimefanya job ya saa 2 ama ya saa 3. Nakutana na danseri. Danseri askari sasa ananiambia nitoe nini? Nitoe license. License nishasahau home. Namwambia license siwezi toa saa hizi, maana yake unajua naweza kuletea license 24 hours ama 48 hours. Ukichukua gari yangu namba nini na nini, license ndaitoa, maana yake nimesahau home. Maana basi lazima unipe dhao. Sasa nampa dhao, na mimi job ile nimedu ni ya saa 2 ama ya saa 3. Dhao nitoe wapi?
Hiyo dhao ni ya nini? Juu ya kusahau.
Nimpe, maana yake sijatoa license nimesahau home, maana yake nitoka haraka mteja ashaniita.
Nimeelewa.
Sasa namuuliza sasa dhao ni nini? Sasa mimi naogopa kwenda kwa station. Maana yake sasa nikienda station sina job tena, ndafanya mchana mzima ndakuwa huko. Sasa ikinibidi tena niende sijui anipeleke kwa nini na nini, basi inambidi tukapegeni nimpe saa 5. Sasa si unaona hata job wanaharibu job za watu bure for nothing. Manake 48 hours ndio uko supposed kwenda kupeana license yako. Waona?
Umeelewa.
Sasa hatuko safe because sasa hata watu wa busy kasi busy ndogo hizo nini na nini, hata kama ni rider anataka rider mwenyewe anachukua 50 bango hapa 50 bango pale, hata mchana mzima hajapata so tatu anataka dao. Sasa tuko safe vipi? Alafu ule madamu amesema aipoa ni dance pia. Aipoa ni mapolisi. Sasa aipoa na polisi na wao wengine sasa watasaidia watu vipi? Sasa aipoa si lazima kama vile madamu wako amesema hapa. Aipoa pia wachukuliwe ya kwamba wasiwe wao ndio walikuwa dance, hawatafanyia watu job.
Kweli?
Una get?
Nimeget.
Hiyo design
Bangles 50.
Nimeget ile design. Okay. I understand what you're saying, kabisa. Thank you for calling in this morning. Sasa umerudi job leo asubuhi ama? Okay, we don't know if he's gone back on the beat, but that's it. It's interesting that we start this and I see the calls coming in. We're taking them in a bit, but it's interesting that we start this conversation and the security or safety that we imagine is your physical safety.
Thank you.
But it actually is not just that. If you hear what people are saying, your economic safety, your health,
human security,
your mental
well-being.
I mean, it's all of this that people are saying, you know what, guys? We are not. So let's come back and open that up in a little bit when we take a few more calls coming in this morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Yes.
Good morning to you.
Please tell us your name and where you're calling in from.
Benjamin Omkoa, Dr. Meet calling from Matungu, Kakamega.
From Matungu. Okay, Benjamin, please tell us, what are your thoughts around whether we are safe or not?
We are not safe. And the problem starts with we the Kenyans. It goes into the recruitment of the police. Then it goes into the way they are trained. We are training people who are semi-literate to make them take care of the literate and the illiterate. And we instill very wrong training in these people. This country will only be safe when there is completely turned away of all the police forms and systems changed and training started afresh. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Benjamin, for that insight. We'll hear from some more of you this morning. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Samuel.
Samuel, yes.
Yeah, I'm calling from Nairobi.
Okay, could you speak up a little bit, Samuel?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, that's much better. What are your thoughts around whether we are safe?
Yeah, on your topic, are we safe? I can say we are not and we are. It depends with where you are.
Okay.
If you're in political space, they are safe because they are being protected by this illiterate trainee that we always get to Keranja. On my side, I can say I'm safe because I'm at peace in myself. Why? I understand what we are going through. We are being taken into circles by these politicians. The creation of the regime. Right now, we are dealing with the Gashagwa issue, which is a creation of this regime, because they realize after what happened in 2024, Kenyans were willing to take over. There was that revolution which was being brought about by the Kenyans themselves when they sidelined all the politicians. If you remember, they told the likes of Akina Raila to now leave it to them. Now these guys, they have realized that we as politicians, we are at risk of losing it all. And therefore we have to create an enemy that will continue fighting so that we can divide the opinion and emotions of Kenyans,
right,
so that we continue retaining our position. So the reason why I'm saying I am at the peace is because I am safe, is because I am at the peace because I understand what is happening along. And until that time, when we all understand that,
that is the time that we are going to chase away all these politicians, including Gachagua, who is now seeking sympathy, and chase these individuals completely so that we can take it over from them. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your call this morning. Taking some others as we continue with this conversation. Are you safe with our security? Are you safe? This seems to have morphed a little bit because it seems as though the safety is beyond what we would just imagine. Not at just the hands of police, but safety generally. And that's where it seems to be going. But we're still asking that question. With our security, are we safe? Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Nakuru. I'm calling Baraza.
From Nakuru, you are Collins Baraza. Can you speak up a little bit, sir?
Yes. I can say we are not safe.
Okay. Why is that?
We are not safe. We are totally not safe. Do you see what happened yesterday?
Yeah.
Around that environment, who can say he's safe? Nobody's safe around that environment so far. If somebody like Rigathi Gachagua can pass through what he went through yesterday, and so far none is arraigned in court, and police, somebody like the man who is speaking there, blackmailing people here that police officers are doing this. They think all Kenyans, we are zombies. We are not zombies. We see what they are doing. Imagine you can be in a matatu. You see a police officer coming to take 50 shillings in front of 20 or 14 people in a matatu. And these people think that we don't know what we are. If Kenyans right now, they start to fight for themselves, who is going, which government is able to defend itself from Kenyans?
Indeed.
The only region that is safe right now, we know it, because they are in government. They are singing these things because they are in government. But other regions, people are suffering. In the hands of these goons known as police officers, they are goons. They are killing people left, right, center. I'm very angered with these people. Even when I see that man seated right beside you,
okay, asante sana for your call this morning. We can hear the frustration in your voice. That doesn't go unnoticed at all. Let's take one more call and come back and open this up amongst ourselves just a little bit, or maybe two more calls, and we can do that this morning. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from, sir?
This is David.
Yes, David. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Bridge.
You're calling from?
Moisbridge.
Moisbridge. Okay. What are your thoughts this morning? Are we safe?
My thoughts are that we are not safe.
Okay. Why is that?
It's because, one, can we go back to the training of our police officers? We need to change that syllabus. And starting with the trainers, they have to go through a rigorous training. Secondly, our guys, the DCI and the I4, they should not be policemen. We need to have a good range people who are independent from the police. And now the things we are seeing in this nation is that the syllabus never changed.
Yeah.
The syllabus never changed. Now, the Constitution, as of 2010, gave us the line of how we train them, but nobody followed how to train the police and even send back the police officers who are in the field so that they can get the new training. So they are still in all their old thinking. And I believe that should have happened like yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll take one more call from you this morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, dude.
How are you doing? Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is John. I'm calling from Mombasa.
Yes, John. What are your thoughts this morning?
My thoughts are, even if I've heard some people saying about training and everything. Even if we have graduates as police officers, and the police force are still controlled by the current political class who are in government, we will never get things right.
Okay.
Because let me ask you a question. Yesterday we saw what happened. We have a police force which have leaders who are graduates, and they are telling things under investigations, and yet no arrests have been made. There are things that happen, and police act so fast, and you find people being taken to court immediately. And they give statements and say that we have leads of what happened yesterday. Today, how many hours have gone? Having graduates like the police officer sitting beside you, who are in the police force, and nothing like statements that just saying that investigations are underway, and they are leads of what caused their attack, like Nashagwa was attacked yesterday. Let me say this. Today, what is happening today? It's like a foundation. It's like they are testing the Kenyans. It's like they are putting Kenyans to test for future things that will happen, and especially in elections. To them, they are doing tests. The political class are testing the ground. They want to see the reaction, and this is very dangerous to a country. They want to see the reaction. If we do this to Gachagua, what can the public do? What can the public say? And I'm telling you, things will not be so good, especially in the coming general election. There are things that guy seated there knows that he cannot even try to mention on a radio. And I'm telling you, he seated there, every other police will always defend the police. You'll never hear a police criticize the police. Yao huwa ni chunge ni kuchunge. Hata kama umefanya makosa na kuchunga kwa sababu na mimi pia kesho naweza kuwa kwa shida na wewe unichunge.
Kabisa.
That is how the police operate. So it's not about having better training. We have the best trained police officers in our country, let me tell you. And we interact with those people and they are so disciplined, let me tell you. But when the control comes, a teacher comes from somewhere with a remote doing things, then that's why things will never go right with the police force. Kimani, if he's honest with Kenyans, I know he cannot because for the obvious reason. Akajaribu aongee kitu hapo, my friend, atakuta ofisi yake desk imehamishwa. Let me tell you. But what they are doing today, they are testing for tomorrow things that they are going to do. It is very dangerous for our country at now.
John, thank you very much for your Asante Sana. Thank you for sharing those insights with morning. And for everybody who called in this morning, thank you for doing that. There's discourse and then there's plugging into a very important conversations that we're having. And so even as we wrap this up amongst ourselves, we'll start with you, Kaunda, and then come to Sophie, because, I mean, you've heard it from people. That's a very, very volatile position to be in when nobody feels safe. And I don't know that, this is interesting because somebody could pick up the phone and say, I'm not safe. But somebody's picking up the phone and telling you I'm not safe and they are backing it up with experiences as to why.
Yes.
That's very rare. And here we are seeing that across what people are saying, I don't. And I'm not just saying it because this is what happened to me. This is what is happening to me. I'm on my way to somewhere right now because of what has happened to me.
Yeah.
Come on.
I feel like we're supposed to now... we have talked about the physical security and the human security, but it's important for us to even touch the economic security because that is like inazunguka all those other factors. Our economy is in the shambles. Kenya's economy it's actually so poor to a point that politicians are doing PR with it. They are paying a lot of digital space so that they can preach to people that there's a different Kenya than the Kenya that we are in. Right now, from the calls, you can even tell how people are suffering to just raise resources for their day-to-day living. You can even get to understand how parents are in a lot of debt to take their children to school. And school during our days wasn't that expensive. I remember when we were reaching class 8, the only thing we were just required is to do well in exams.
Yeah, pass.
Getting school wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
But right now, the problem is actually getting school. After I've gotten the school, there's a budget that is even expensive than the university budget that a university student gets for the first time.
True.
Yeah.
So if you just consider that the countries we are not even safe as a country. The students who graduated since 2017, most of them are unemployed. If someone is unemployed, what are you expecting in that society? So for us, even as a party, we have an ideology of trying to put our economy to the perfect order. And the only way the country's economy can be better is by us as the citizens not paying the odious debt.
This is the Situation Room, the only way to